Hua Yong finally marked Sheng Shao You. The moment was quiet yet charged, the kind of moment that could change everything. Sheng, still weak and barely conscious from the poison, looked up at him. Confusion and fear mingled with the strange warmth that now radiated from Hua Yong's touch. Hua Yong's eyes, dark and unreadable, softened for just a fraction of a second as he placed his hand on Sheng's neck. The scent of Sheng, the rhythm of his heart, and the life he had almost lost all collided in that instant. Hua Yong whispered gently, almost tenderly, "You are mine, Sheng Shao You. You are finally mine." Those words, simple yet powerful, sent shivers down Sheng's spine. He could barely process what was happening, but somewhere deep in him, he felt the bond forming, the permanent connection that could never be undone. Sheng's body had been pushed to its limits. He had been poisoned, kidnapped, and left on the verge of death. All because of the jealousy and hatred of his own brother. His brother, who had always envied him, had wanted him dead, wanted to destroy his alpha gland, and eliminate him from the world. Sheng had been a target for as long as he could remember, but this was different. This time, the danger had been immediate, sharp, and cruel. The fear that had coursed through him when the men dragged him into the car, drugged and helpless, was something he would never forget. He had struggled to move, to breathe, to fight, but the poison and drugs had taken over, and soon, all he felt was the cold darkness pressing in from every side. It was Hua Yong who appeared at the critical moment. Standing in the company parking lot, watching Sheng being carried by the kidnappers, Hua Yong's heart had tightened. He had not hesitated. His driver followed the kidnapper's car, every movement precise, calculated and fast. Hua Yong knew the only way to save Sheng's life was to act immediately, to confront the men, and to make the irreversible decision that could bond Sheng to him forever. Shooting the kidnappers had been necessary, though brutal, and watching the car skid and come to a stop, he felt nothing but the burning need to keep Sheng safe. His manipulations, his schemes, his years of pretending, all of it had led to this moment. Hua Yong crouched beside Sheng's trembling, unconscious body. His hands trembled just slightly as he touched Sheng's face, feeling the warmth of the life he had almost lost. Sheng Shao You had always been the center of his world, the one person he had loved for more than 15 years. Every lie he had told, every disguise he had assumed, every cruel manipulation had been driven by the desire to make Sheng notice him, to make Sheng love him. And now, looking at him like this, vulnerable, weak, and on the edge of death, Hua Yong realized that words alone would not protect him. He had to mark him. He had to make him his. The marking was not just a physical act. It was a binding, a declaration, a permanent claim. Hua Yong's touch was firm yet gentle as he traced the invisible lines of the bond across Sheng's body, whispering softly, "I will protect you, always. No one can take you from me." Sheng's eyes fluttered open, confusion mixing with the haze of pain and drugs. He tried to speak, but his voice was weak, barely audible. Hua Yong leaned closer, brushing hair from his forehead, holding him steady. "Rest, Sheng. You're safe now. I won't let anything happen to you again." Even in his fear, Sheng could feel the heat of Hua Yong's presence, the way it pressed against him like a shield, like a warning to the world that he belonged to Hua Yong now. The memory of Hua Yong's manipulations surfaced in Sheng's mind. He remembered the years of pretending, the lies, the schemes to make him fall for a false identity. Hua Yong had disguised himself as an Omega, knowing Sheng only loved Omegas, and had played the long game, slowly breaking down Sheng's defenses. Sheng had trusted him at times, despised him at others, never realizing that Hua Yong's every action had been designed to secure him, to bind him. And now, standing on the edge between life and death, Sheng had no choice but to feel the weight of Hua Yong's obsession, his love and his power. Hua Yong had been cruel. Yes. He had manipulated him, forced him into unbearable situations, and even pretended that Shen Wenling had harmed him during a heat. Yet now, as he marked Sheng, all that cruelty seemed to fade into the background. Hua Yong's devotion, his willingness to risk everything, was evident. He had gone to extremes to save Sheng's life, even if it meant revealing himself as the manipulative S-class alpha he truly was. The reality was inescapable. Sheng Shao You was now his, marked, bound, and irrevocably connected. Sheng's thoughts were a whirlwind. He had hated Hua Yong for the lies, for the schemes, for the manipulation. He had broken up with him, rejected him, told him he was not interested in an alpha. And yet here he was helpless, in Hua Yong's arms, feeling the bond form and grow stronger with every heartbeat. The irony was cruel, almost unbearable. Hua Yong, the man he had tried to despise, had become the only one who could save him. The only one who could protect him from the darkness, from death, from the world that wanted to see him fall. As Hua Yong continued the marking, his voice lowered to a whisper, intimate and commanding. "You are mine, Sheng. No one can touch you. No one can hurt you again. I have waited 15 years for this, and now it is done. You are mine." Sheng's pulse quickened, the heat of the marking spreading through him like fire, mingling with the lingering effects of the poison. Despite his fear, despite the confusion and anger, Sheng could not deny the pull, the inevitability, the overwhelming presence of Hua Yong's claim. It was terrifying, consuming, and strangely comforting all at once. The memories of Hua Yong's manipulation came rushing back. The night he had assaulted Sheng in the dark. The letter he had left telling him he had gone to Wenling to save Sheng's father. The way he had orchestrated the public heat in the office. All of it had been part of the plan. And yet, in this moment, none of it seemed to matter. Hua Yong had saved him. Hua Yong had marked him. Hua Yong had claimed him. Sheng's body, mind, and heart all rebelled and surrendered at once, caught in the tension between fear, anger, desire, and the undeniable connection forming between them. Sheng tried to move, tried to protest, tried to push away the intensity of the moment, but Hua Yong's grip was unyielding. It was not just physical. It was a connection deeper than anything Sheng had experienced. The marking created a bond that transcended anger, lies, and betrayal. Sheng felt it pulsing through him, a rhythm that synchronized with his heartbeat, a silent, powerful claim that made him realize he could not escape, even if he wanted to. Hua Yong's love, obsession, and control enveloped him completely, leaving only the certainty that he belonged to him now. The office, the poison, the kidnappers, the family rivalries, all of it faded into the background as Hua Yong held Sheng close. The sound of his voice, the strength in his hands, the warmth radiating from his presence, became the only reality.